Patriots hoping it doesn't come down to a 4th and 2 this week against the Jets because it's not the Colts. That's important. Jason Horowitz, NFL.com's Pat Kirwan. Glad to be with you here on the NFL Preview Show, presented by Tyson Anytizers. And Pat, so much has been made this week about the play call on 4th and 2 for Bill Belichick to go for it instead of punt it. But moving forward, isn't the message more important that, look, we lost to the Jets last time? That's more important than what did we do last Sunday?
It is more important, but let me comment on it. Number one, Bill Belichick's been a calculated risk taker his whole career, and he plays the odds beautifully. And I guarantee you, if he's in the same situation, he'll do it again. He knew that Manning was 7 of 8 in the last 2 drives for 104 yards and 2 touchdowns, and he knew his defense was out of gas.
Well, he also probably knew that they were going to make that decision before the game started. My guess is if you had that at the beginning of the season, you knew you were going for it.
You're going to bet on Brady or a defense that had defensive linemen out all over the place.
Well, that's another issue. How big of a concern is this defense?
Well, the defense to me is fine because the offense supports them so well with their ability to attack and score. Now, what they've done since that first Jet game, which is very important, is that game they threw the ball 47 times. They haven't done that since. They got that running game going. Lawrence Maroney's back in the picture here, and he's done a nice job scoring touchdowns and running the football. They don't have to be balanced, but 60-40 is a whole lot better than 80-20.
Yeah, and the Jets are giving up a lot of running yards after losing Chris Jenkins. They are 1-5 since that 3-0 start, and a big reason is because of Chris Jenkins, and that was a big reason they lost last week to the Jacksonville Jaguars. Maurice Jones-Drew was able to eat them up. For the Jets, though, this all comes down to what Mark Sanchez can do, because that was a big part of the beginning part of this season, and he has struggled since then. What are you expecting from him on Sunday?
Well, the way to pressure Mark Sanchez, if you're Belichick, is you come out, you spread it out. There's Randy Moss with 326 receiving yards in the last 2 weeks. You put the pressure on Mark Sanchez that he has to throw the football, that they can't stay up with your scoring by running the football. That's how you help this defense the most. And you know the Jets want to come out and run Thomas Jones over and over again. They think they can get 150 against this defense. But that won't happen if we see what I think we're going to see. And the Patriots at home, they're 5-0, and they put points on the board.
No, they don't lose at home with Tom Brady. I mean, you got to go
back.
You don't lose at home with Tom Brady. It's more than 20, I believe it's 24 consecutive home games that they have not lost with Tom Brady as the starter. Having said that, they did lose to the Jets last year at home with Matt Castle as the starter.
Correct.
The Jets are going for a 3rd straight win against the Patriots for the first time since a 4-game stretch from 99 to 2001. How do they pull what would be the upset?
Well, they've got pretty good defensive backs. They got some matchups. Darrelle Revis and Randy Moss, don't take your eyes off that. If you could get a chance to watch that one real closely, that'll be an exciting matchup. But they didn't have Wes Welker last time. And I know Edelman came through and caught a bunch of balls, and a lot of the guys in the Jets said, man, he reminded me of Welker. He's not Welker. And what they've done with Welker is they'll go find the other corner. They'll put a Welker on the outside, opposite side of Randy Moss, and identify your second corner and work them over with Wes Welker. And we have not seen enough of their tight end, Ben Watson, lately. I'd like to see him splitting the safeties with that. Plenty of passing attack.
Moss had 4 catches for 24 yards in the first game, but over the last 4, 6 touchdowns, more than 520 yards receiving. He has been on a tear. You can take the Patriots at home?
Yeah, you know, in the last 4 weeks, thanks for bringing it up, Tom Brady's thrown for 1,395 yards. This guy is on fire right now, and he is going to be more aggressive now after he saw what happened to him last week, because here's how Tom Brady operates. He doesn't go back and say, we shouldn't have gone for it on 4th down. He'll go back and look at every play of the game and realize there were 3 or 4 spots in here where we could have scored again, to include the fumble down by the goal line. He'll come out and be even more aggressive than he was. Remember, with all the blitzing that Rex Ryan did last time, he didn't sack him once. He made him throw the ball. They will block the blitz this time, and the ball's going down the field.
And you like the Patriots?
I like the Patriots, and I like them by more than a touchdown.
All right, we'll see how it plays out. 4:15 p.m. Eastern on CBS. For more on this game, stay right here with CBSSports.com. That'll do it for the NFL Preview Show, presented by Tyson Anytizers, the meaty Good Man Snack. For Pat Kirwan, I'm Jason Horowitz.
Take care, folks.